You'll all recall that Peter Schiff was on The Daily Show a couple of weeks ago now. And he was justifying why there should be no minimum wage. And in justifying, he said, look, there'd be people who would be willing to work for, $2. Like, it may not sound politically, I don't know what the politically correct term is, he said, but he said...
and he went on to call them mentally retarded.
Mentally retarded. And so a week later, I guess, this is now almost 2 weeks ago, he sent an email out to the suckers who are on his email list. And he talked about how intellectually dishonest The Daily Show was. Which also, I think, shows just how intellectually dishonest he is. And perhaps deficient, but I would argue dishonest. When you are invited onto The Daily Show, if you don't expect that you're going to be part of the joke, then at this point, you're a moron. But I imagine Peter Schiff knew this. And so he's being intellectually dishonest because he just went on there to get the publicity, which he got. So suck it up. You knew what you were getting into. In fact, the irony is that on his free market principles or whatever they are, he entered into this arrangement with The Daily Show with far more knowledge and less coercion than a typical worker enters into a situation with any employer, or a typical consumer enters into with any provider of a service or product. But he wrote, there's a lot of whining in here. I'll try to, edit some of that out. But he writes, in a free market, businesses compete for customers by keeping prices down and for labor by keeping wages up. Any employer offering even low-skilled workers just $2 an hour would be outbid by others offering to pay more. However, I did suggest two groups of people might be willing to work for $2 per hour. The first group, which was edited out, was the unpaid interns who tend to value work experience and connections more than pay. Now, here's what's problematic with that. The reality is that there shouldn't be unpaid interns. I guess if you're getting college credit. But in the main, there should not be unpaid interns because then this valuable work experience is available to only one class of people. And this is what the libertarian ideology is all about. It is available to people who are fortunate enough to have families that can afford to subsidize their working for free. That's wealthy people. And so, if these working experiences are so valuable, then we are doing a disservice to society by not making them available to everyone. But that's just it. And then he goes, since many interns work for free, $2 an hour would be an improvement. But why would a company pay interns they can get for free $2 an hour? They wouldn't. So by his own logic, that's simply a red herring. In fact, he should be thanking The Daily Show for cutting that out because that makes him look like even more of a moron. Since employers are afraid to hire them without pay for violating labor laws or inviting lawsuits, they often hire young people working for college credit. I don't get that. These individuals are forced to pay college tuition to get a job they could have had for free had there been no minimum wage. Well, the value of college is not just that you get to do internships. I think he has that backwards. I think is if you can afford to go to college and have your parents pay for it, then you can. They can also subsidize your internships. What? I think he's got that backwards. The other group was the intellectually disabled, who are in fact already exempt from the current minimum wage law by federal regulation. So, in other words, the example I gave was one about exploiting people that only allow the wealthy to have the best opportunities to get mentored or to learn about a profession. And the other example I gave was people who are not even subject to the minimum wage laws anyways. So, in other words, I was talking out of my arse twice. It just so happens that The Daily Show took the piece that was funnier and made me look like more of an idiot with more efficiency, which is what comedy is all about. And if you don't like the idea of The Daily Show mocking you and you're Peter Schiff, here's the smartest thing for you to do. Don't go on there. There's no doubt in my mind. That if Peter Schiff was asked to go back on, he would say, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll do it for free. What a moron.